Hello, dear friends. There's nothing in this world that can be compared to the bliss that awaits human beings who are ready to live in harmony with all life. Opinion piece, Echoes of Tartary, Reminiscences, The Last Reset, Return to Past, Lost Civilization, Memories of Future. This is the final phase. Systemic deterioration. Pressure is about to break. Everything changes shape. World is getting out of control. World war will not be allowed. This process is impacting many people. Let's start. Tartary is not only the past, but a symbol of humanity's spiritual rebirth. Tartary possessed sophisticated energy and architectural technologies such as buildings impossible to construct with the conventional means of the time. Official history is accused of systematically concealing records, photographs, and Tartar inventions through global censorship and manipulation. History is a collection of agreed-upon lies, said Napoleon. The word Tartary posits the existence of a lost civilization advanced in technology, architecture, and spirituality, whose traces have been erased from official history due to the reinterpretation of ancient maps and records that depict a vast Tartar empire covering Eurasia. Some interpret this as evidence of an advanced hidden civilization whose achievements were deliberately suppressed. Was Tartary real, or was it the greatest cover-up of all time? Asks Benjamin Fulford. Tartary is said to have existed since immemorial time, its empire consolidating into a technologically advanced global civilization that spanned Eurasia and influenced the world, including the architecture of Egypt, India, China, and the West. Tartary is credited with the use of free and wireless energy, monumental architecture, and advanced scientific knowledge. Tartaria or Tartary flourished and was inhabited by giants during the 17th and 18th centuries. It was responsible for great architectural works and technological advancements such as Tesla-type wireless power transmission. In the late 18th and early 19th centuries, the destruction of Tartary began with massive mudslide and buried cities and erased evidence of this civilization. The final major reset occurred around 1800 with another mudslide that buried entire cities, marking the end of Tartary as a visible civilization. The 19th century completed the erasure of Tartaria. When history was rewritten, references to it were removed from maps and books, and its achievements were attributed to other cultures. World's fairs were the last attempt to display and then destroy the remaining vestiges of Tartarian architecture. In the 20th century, official history denied the existence of Tartary, and the memory of this civilization was suppressed until the 21st century, when this knowledge resurfaced on the internet and social media. Anatoly Fomenko and other Russian theorists have promoted a new chronology that places the true history of humankind within a much shorter time frame, where Tartary would be the true world empire until the 19th century. Reset News. The relentless pursuit of wealth by billionaires is a psychopathology, according to psychoanalyst Robert Delner. Media Greed warns that the fall of the old banking system is part of a broader process of global change, seeking to return sovereignty to the people by eliminating a power system manipulated by shadowy interests. Pressure is about to break, according to the High Council of Sirius. As the pressure of light intensifies, it becomes increasingly important to align with this higher frequency. The dark energy, which feeds on fear, doubt, and negativity, will continue to exert its influence, attempting to track your energy down to lower frequencies. Everything is changing shape very rapidly. According to Judith Castle, nothing can stop what is advancing at full speed, what has already arrived and is changing everything to its very foundations. This is not the time to focus so much on external signs as it is to venture into the unknown, knowing that all the tools for guidance are present in your heart, soul, and level of consciousness. They are inside you, not outside. The world is spiraling out of control, according to the Council of Seven by Celia Wilder. Many human beings find themselves unable to comprehend or to understand the current confusion they are experiencing in their lives. They watch in dismay as their existence unravels, without knowing how they got to this point. Some may fall into self-criticism, internalizing the chaos as a personal failure, while others begin to expand their consciousness, grasping the bigger picture of the transformation taking place on a global scale. This awakening process is impacting many people with an intensity that can be overwhelming as they adapt to the sudden and often disruptive changes in their reality. This wave of frustration and uncertainty has deep roots in fear. They feel an intense fear of loss, the unknown, and change, which manifests itself in various ways. Breaking news. Mass protests in Jerusalem against military service and wars. Not all Jews are Zionists. President Trump will stop supporting Israel if it occupies the West Bank. Denmark says Israel must be removed from all international platforms. Putin says he will destroy Ukraine if it does not accept his conditions. China says Israel must be punished for violating the ceasefire. China says the EU must issue an arrest warrant for Netanyahu. US says Israel was out of control during its attack on Doha and Qatar. Jordan says it will take action against Israel if it violates the ceasefire with Hamas. Spain officially boycotts its relations with Israel. Emirates says Israel can never be friends with any Middle Eastern company. The UK says Israel has violated international law. Economy. Bitcoin and Ethereum plummet after the Fed's rate cut. Banks are sending ISO crypto updates to prepare customers for the new monetary system reset, according to Pascal Nayadi. The X22 report paints a picture of a world where economic stability is threatened and political power is being reshaped through calculated maneuvers. The X22 report suggests that the transition is not only approaching, but it's already underway, defined by court revelations and shifts in global energy policy. The X22 report suggests market crisis and systemic deterioration, according to Media Greed. A new Fed chair before Christmas could trigger a change in the monetary regime and a shock to the markets. Treasury Secretary Besant warns that the government shutdown is devouring the economy. Volatility is coming. Power is shifting. USA. New York streets flood due to heavy rains hitting the city. Black Lives Matter in the crosshairs of the Justice Department over fraud allegations. The Blackfeet tribe organizes a community event for food sovereignty. Thousands of activists plan to occupy Washington, D.C. for months starting November 5th. Cult of Death. You may have noticed in recent years how macabre the Halloween cityscape has become, with giant skeletons, shrieking specters, and zombie corpses. The Pentagon authorized the delivery of long-range Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, leaving the final decision to the White House. Trump says it's finished. The renewable energy hoax. The push for electric vehicles is over, and there is no popular demand. The world is preparing for the transition to a people-centered system. Leaked assassination orders are forcing senior Trump officials to hide on military bases around Washington, D.C. because there are active death squads on the ground, and everyone knows who's behind them, according to Ethan White of Gay Stellar. Matthew Watt reported that President Trump met with our star family. If he has, he should know that nuclear weapons will not be allowed. A world war will not be allowed. Therefore, there are limits. Europe. New blow to the German automotive sector. It hits Volkswagen hard. King Charles orders Prince Andrew's titles to be stripped and his removal from the royal family to be revoked. 5 new suspects arrested in Louvre robbery, but the stolen jewels are still missing. UK. A cartel stole billions of dollars worth of homes by fraudulent manipulating land records. There is an island called Somaroya in Norway, known as the Timeless Mirror. They don't have 24-hour clocks, and it's a place without time. Belgium and Russia exchange threats, in quotes. If you attack any target in Europe, we will raise Moscow. Russia responded, if you attack us, Belgium will disappear. The US is under enormous pressure from European hawks who don't want peace with Russia. These forces are undermining a process that could have achieved some goals long ago. Americas. The international community shows solidarity with Caribbean countries after Hurricane Melissa. Keiko Fujimori announces her candidacy for the presidency of Peru in 2026. Trump deployed the aircraft carrier Gerald Ford to Venezuela for a ground invasion. A 3-star general is dismissed amid tensions with Pete Hegseth. A 6.5 magnitude shallow earthquake struck the Eastern Caribbean in the same area where the US Navy is based. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.